Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast, me RANGROO, and today we are doing a 1v1 on a nuclear winter is coming. So, on the right hand side in blue, playing as blue 4, we have a man, or otherwise known as Razzman. And on left hand side, in red, playing as red 4, we got Debil, which is in Cyrillic characters, and I believe this is Firestarter. So right, let's just speed things up and to get the things going. So it does seem like a man is playing a Commonwealth or British deck. Yeah, Commonwealth deck. While Firestarter is going for what seems to be an Eastern Bloc. So rather standard stuff here, as this is probably a 1v1 ranked match, and away we go. And once again, I want to always say this map is always about the flanks. So, well, let's see what the people do. So we've got Razzman moving up top quite heavy, a lot of infantry guys, because if you can get infantry into this town, it's rather easy to hold. Or down below, we're not sending in as much. C2, a few recon and a few AT guys. And Debil getting into alpha early, always a good idea. Want to try and get to this point as fast as you can when you are on the left hand side. Because it's pretty easy to defend just as long as you can get in here first. And Delta, neither side really doing anything too crazy. Debil sending in a few Shappers and LSCR 40s, a nice old mix. And up top, a man moving in quite heavy, got a lot of infantry guys here. And he really needs to make the most of this momentum that he has. Because you've already got reinforcements being brought up. It isn't really too much here. These infantry are pretty much outgunned. It's just the Rilk that's going to be a pain in the butt. And we've got more infantry reinforcements being brought up. So these guys need to get into cover and get into it fast. Because a lot of players, when they're attacking the Foxtrot, always get stuck in this little town and can never make it across the forest. So if Razzman wants to take advantage of this, he's going to need to get across SU-24M, drop it in 2 nukes. Doing a lot of damage, or it does get shot down. The commandos going at it with the LSCRs. And the LSCRs proved to be quite a tough customer here. And even though it only has an assault rifle and no machine gun, a rather powerful Centurion AVRE, giving some real helpful fire support. And Debil or Firestarter getting into the middle. And starting to push a little bit down in Alpha. Getting into that bottom middle forest. So his little push there from Razzman hasn't exactly gone too well. He has lost that momentum a bit. And really it's just that SU-24M nuking that infantry squash. There's Centurion AVRE getting a good kill, and he's going to need some more infantry reinforcements up here to try and hold on to that town. The Firestarter's now got the Rilk. Oh, where's the... Ah, I think the Rilk got killed. Did it get killed? Nah, never mind, doesn't matter, because it's got Moderna being brought up. The Razzman does have a Charlie 2 of his own. But honestly, I think the Charlie 2 would win in a close range fight. It does have that extra armor. And nothing really too much going on in Charlie. Delta's pretty much secured by Firestarter. And honestly, this is a really good match right now so far for Fire. His bottom alpha flank, which is usually the easier point to take, is completely uncontested. He's got a lot of guys in middle, and holding this town is all we really need to do. And he is defending up top rather well. And even though we do have guys in here from Razzman, there is no CV neutralizing the points of the CV point, which is really the main thing. But Charlie 2 getting into position. And really just have a nice little no man's land set up between both sides. Now I'm just going to be waiting for Sierra to come through and try and kill that Charlie. We've got an F-18 on standby. Mortars firing some smoke on the enemy infantry, trying to block our line of sight. And now Raz, he needs to start bringing up some more stuff up here. More infantry and probably another tank. But it's getting past this open field. Story's an absolute pain in the butt. Especially when your opponent has actually started to shut up. And he's got infantry in the forest, he's got BMPs in the forest. I mean, infantry in the town and BMPs in the forest. On the bottom side of the map, rather unproductive. We've got a CV being snuck into Foxtrot, which is definitely the best thing that Razzmans can do. Try to get that sneaky +2, and the smoke is going to be helping him. The Harrier GR7 trying to nuke out Moderna. Oh, it does miss. I think that was the manual fire and not the automatic fire. Links AA7s stunning up the infantry to try to cross. You know, those snap rockets are rather powerful. Challenger 2 falling back after taking some heavy losses. And we've got a CV in Delta trying to stop Razzmans' point advantage. Just as long as Raz can keep the CV inside of Foxtrot, it's all that really matters. All he needs a bit of a point advantage. LSCR's trying to get in, trying to get close to the HQ section and kill it. HQ section running out of there now. Yeah, smoke is really helping Razzmans. Giving him a big favour here, because that smoke blocked him from getting shot by the LSCRs. More infantry reinforcements. Moderna moving across, and that's Charlie 2 finally getting some good old R&R. Harrier GR7 dropping in the bombs. You know, it does not get a Moderna. We've got a Charlie 1 Mark run. Exactly a Charlie 2 taking position. And the commandos trying to do their best, and they are very low on men. So Lanimal shooting to start moving up. Artillery trying to hit the so-called Charlie 2 in the open field, and against the Moderna. Should just barely ring there. We do got smoke on a Moderna, blocking the line of sight. I think he doesn't want to fight it just yet. The last commando is doing a diligent job defending the Harrier GR7. There we go, smoking it out and then bombing it to bits. And the Su-22 managing to drop its payload onto the HQ section. But Razzmans is in the lead by quite a bit. Even though he hasn't managed to take completely a Foxtrot, just as long as he keeps it neutralized and maintains that no man's land, he should be good. There's only so many planes that Firestarter can bring out to try and snipe the CV. There's only so many infantry CVs one can get. And we only get 3 per card. And you really do need an infantry CV to hold Foxtrot. Because anywhere else it'd just be way too exposed. Unless it's a tank and it can survive. Yeah, down bottom, nothing really too crazy. Firestarter's really Ralph set up in Delta. I mean, Alpha is rather unscored. Just a few infantry guys scattered around the place. This could be a possible good attacker maneuver here for Raz if Foxtrot ends up going to crap. But he is still holding in strong with Charlie 2. And both sides using a very good use of their smoke. Really liking it. Smoke and mortars. We've got more Teutons flanking around up top. The SAS and SBS going to be chasing the MRA. Infantry CV unloading. A lot more Teutons trying to move up. Harrier GR7 nuking most of them. I think he did it so it kind of spread out vertically. Mortar's trying to get that last more Teuton. The Moderna, new one being brought up to the front line. I mean, really good use of those Harrier GR7s, even though they are definitely a tank buster. They are great against clustered up infantry. And there we go. Another bombing run, yeah. That's the clusters, yo. Almost killing it with that. Only 1 HP left. The infantry being perfectly fine. Speaking of infantry, the HQ section being brought up. Gonna get into a nice little hidey hole. And he's got 2 Charlie 2s up top, which is definitely a crazy amount of armor. And the Charlie 2s do beat the Modernas. Especially with 2 of them. I mean, that is a lot of armor. A lot of heavy armor. Artillery being fired. Trying to, I think, counter battery the Pram. He doesn't have any ammo, and there is no FOB. He's just going to have to wait for a logistical vehicle to come by. Oh, an SPW-80 sailing across the 7 seas. Managing to do quite a good job, just going for a little bit of a swim. You know, not letting anything stop him, almost out of ammo. And he is on elite status, so he's definitely been getting those kills. Too bad I didn't spot that earlier. You've got OT64 also doing the same thing. Going for a bit of a Sunday drive through the ocean, or river. Something a little bit small for an ocean. Harrier GR7 doing a strafing run on the SPW. Really wants that thing dead. It's still alive and 1 HP and low ammunition. I think he's going to try and kill ZV in a hotel. He just doesn't have line of sight. He was bringing on ASLabs to try and flank it. This is a rather lot of funny flanking maneuver. Definitely interesting. Now we've got Ares in a fantastic position. This is a great unit to get in a situation like this because it's just close enough for him to be able to shoot into the forest. And with, you know, how the Ares squads work, they can also target infantry guys, making them a very deadly combination. I mean, definitely a good choice to bring up. In a close range fight, you don't exactly fare too well. Another F-18 Hornet just flying it around, trying to keep the skies clear. And honestly, this is probably just going to be a good game to Razzman. They've got a Trotty being brought up as well. And that is quite a lot of bombs, yeah. Tornadoes and an F117, F11C. Decent out, quite a bit of damage. Let's speed this up a little bit more. Charlie 2's in a good position. Last bombing run there of M4P and an SU-22. One final crazy push trying to rout out the infantry, but the tanks in the forest behind and the airplane power just doing most of the damage here. You know, small Shushan's can't even really get too close. Jack 2 killing out the Moderna, the Trotty just gets obliterated by a Harrier. An F-18 Hornet also flying in, getting an intercept. Now it's going to be a good game. Razzman taking the victory by a whopping 1,000 kills, which is quite a lot in a 1v run. And no friendly fire incidents, which is always good. And yeah, a pretty good match. Razzman going for the top Foxtrot. So usually on the right hand side, I see most players wanting to go into Alpha. And honestly, I'm going to say going into Alpha is a bit of a safer bet. Because, as you saw in Foxtrot, you can get into that small town rather fine. But if you don't have the momentum, getting into the big town so you can completely hold the point is a complete pain in the butt. But Razzman did a good job holding the ground that he had, using the heavy tanks and airplanes to, you know, keep at no man's land, and just kept the point neutralized. I think Firestarter, he did have a pretty good defensive force up top in Foxtrot, but he's pretty much tunneled vision up top where he just couldn't break through. just couldn't break through, and I think it would have been better on Firestarter if he was to attack into a flank, like down into bottom, because he had Delta completely under his control. He could attack from Delta and Alpha and moved into the other bottom point, and I forgot the name of. But yeah, really good match from both sides, and I'm going to end it off on that. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.